everybody on YouTube, it's Michael here, and in the next 5 videos I'll be showing you everything that is on the Technics SX-KN650 keyboard. Now, I'm not sure in what year this keyboard was released in. I'm guessing that it was around the mid-90s or something like that, but if anyone out there does know in what year this keyboard was released, please let me know, as I'm not so sure myself. But yes, I must say, for what it is, I've been messing around with the sounds and rhythms these last couple of weeks of having it, and I must say, for what this keyboard is, it really does sound good. You get like tons of sounds and rhythms, which really does sound good, especially for its age. And I've bought this keyboard at my local charity shop just a couple of weeks ago, and yes, it really does sound good for what it is. So first of all, of the Technics SX-KN650, on this video I'll be going through with you a tutorial of this keyboard so you can get to know its features and how to use the features. And then the second video will be the sounds of this keyboard. The third video will be part 1 of the 100 rhythm styles, and video 4 will be part 2. And the 5th and final video of this keyboard will be the demonstration songs. So first of all, here is a tutorial of this keyboard. Thank you very much for watching and hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first thing that I want to show you on this tutorial of the Technics SX-KN650 keyboard, and that is the mode set and some other functions as well. Okay, so first the mode set. We have these different mode set menus here on the mode set. We have initial, sequencer clear, song load, song save, foot switch setting, tuning, pitch bend range, touch sensitivity on and off, reverb type and depth, and we have some MIDI functions as well. So we just go on to mode set and we select which one we want. So we're going to select 0. And basically what that is, on the screen, if you can see it, it says initial all. Basically, if you want to initialize the keyboard back to its factory settings, you can do so by simply pressing the synchro button, which is the execute button when you're in this setting. And if you say, it says on the screen, are you sure? You press it again, and it does it. But there are other things you can initialize. You don't have to initialize everything. You can initialize the composer, sequencer, MIDI, and so on. And in the next mode set, we have the sequencer clear. If you want to delete parts of a song that you've recorded, so if you wanted to delete poly 1, poly 2, bass, chord, a comp, etc. We use this to delete parts of the song, or if you want to delete the whole song, just select all. That's on the screen. And then we have song load. If you want to load and save the songs that you recorded, you can do so. So that's the song load and song save. You can record up to 3 songs on this keyboard and load and save them. Now, number 4 is the foot switch. Now I've got a foot switch here, so that's the foot switch, and it has different functions you can set it to. So at the moment it's set to sustain, but using the program here, we can select it so it can be sort of a glide, which sort of changes the styles. And in pressing the foot switch, when it's set to glide, it will sound like this. Moving on, we have Techni-Chord, which is the harmony, which is basically the harmony. So if you see, that light will turn on when I press the foot switch. There you go, it's turned on. But another feature of with the Techni-Chord with the foot switch is that if you hold it down, you can choose all sorts of different types of harmony, as you can see on the screen. And doing that and pressing this program button, you can change it into all sorts of different harmonies. So I'll show you some of the different harmonies. Okay, so those are the different harmonies. And now the next mode set, we have Master Tune, which is the tuning of the keyboard. And you just press these two simultaneously to get the default. Moving on, we have the bend range, which is the pitch bend wheel here. We can change the pitch bend range. Goes up to 12, so it's like an octave. And put that back to, there we go. And then number 7 on the mode set, we have the touch sensitivity. We can have it on or off. So when it's off, it doesn't matter how hard or soft you hit the keys, it will be fixed. And number 8, we have the reverb type and depth. So we've got all sorts of different reverb types here. We have Hall. We have Hall. Hall 2, Hall 3, Cathedral, Echo 1, 2, and we also have Room 1 and 2. So let me just show you the reverb effects quickly. Just trying to find a sound which will be suitable for that. So I'll just go back off there. So let's take a drum kit, for example, where you can actually hear the differences of the reverb. So yeah, we use that. Let's just go back to the mode set. There we go. So here's the room reverb. Room 2. Hall 1. Hall 2. Hall 3. Notice how the reverb lasts longer. And we have Cathedral. Echo 1. Echo 2. And that's all the reverb effects, but now we have the reverb depth, so you can have it, let's just select Hall 3. The type and depth, so we can have it up to 8, which is the longest. Down to 1, which will be the shortest. So that's the reverb type and depth mode set. And then we have like some MIDI mode sets, which is number 9 is the MIDI basic channel, and 10 is MIDI others, 11 is MIDI system, and the last mode set is the LCD contrast. Hopefully you can see it on the screen, but as I do this, the LCD will start getting lighter and dimmer. So that's light, and that's the darkest. We'll just put that back to its default. So that's all of the mode sets. So we get out of that. And here we have the manual percussion, which gives you some extra percussion. And then we have the auto play calls. We can have like one finger, in which Yamaha calls it single finger, or fingered chord. So you have to press multiple keys for a chord. And then we have the split point, in which you wherever you want the styles. So if you want the style here, we have these little LED lights here. There's one here, if you can see, and then you press split point again. The style goes from here, and then press it again, and that's the furthest the style can go. So I'll show you that. So there's the split point here. It goes from here. Press it again, and it goes up to here. And then press it once more, and it goes up to here. But then having the style up there, then you wouldn't have like room for the melodies. So it's always best to have it either here or there. So that's the split point feature. And here is the one-touch play, which is the equivalent to what Yamaha calls one-touch settings. So each style, this is to do with the styles. So we go to the rhythms here, so number 0. Each style has a one-touch play. So what you got to do is hold down the one-touch play button, hold it down, and then that will give you the suitable sound and tempo of the style. Let's do another style. Each style has it. So one touch play gives you the right tempo and right sound for that style. Let's just do one more example. One more quick one. So that's the mode set, manual percussion, auto play chord, split point, and one touch play functions. Now another quick thing that I want to show you is the demo button. So with the demo button we have this, you just press it, and then we have this sort of keynote icon. We just press the demo, and if you can see, hopefully you can see it from the video, with the rhythms and sounds, there's a little keynote icon on some of the rhythms and some of the sounds, indicating that that sound and rhythm is also a demonstration song. So I'll show that to you. Although I will be showing you the demonstration songs on this keyboard on a separate video. But I just thought I'd show you that quickly and what these little keynotes mean. So we select, if you want to select a rhythm demo song, we select the rhythms here. If you want to select a sound demo song, we select the sounds here. Hopefully you can see the screen as it changes the sounds and rhythm demos. And whichever one you want, you just start. And if you want to select a sound demo, we just go to the sounds here by using these dialers here. So that's the demo button and the keynote icons and what it means. Okay, so the next thing that I want to show you here is the transposer here. So we just put things back to normal. And then we have the transpose, which goes up to, let's see. So it goes up to, when you have it up, it goes up to from C to sort of like an F sharp. And when you want to go down, it goes from C to G. Also works with the rhythms as well. Okay, so that's the transposer function. And now I want to show you the balance function, in which you can turn parts like down, up and down when it comes to volume. So we're just going to select a rhythm. We'll select this one again. And from here we can turn down the drums. And we can turn down the bass. A comp 2. We'll turn the drums up again. And then the bass. We'll turn back up the comp 2. So that's part of the balance. I'm afraid you can't press them simultaneously to get the defaults, but you can always like turn them back up like so. But the same thing also goes to the poly 1 and poly 2 sounds. You can turn them up and down. So that's the balance function. And now I know I've already covered this on the mode set, but here's the Techni-Chord button, which gives you the harmony. But as well as what I showed you, by holding down the foot switch, you can get all sorts of different harmonies. You can also hold down this button, the Techni-Chord button, and then you'll have a list of all sorts of different harmonies. Oops, sorry, accidentally put the transpose. That's better. So you can select the different harmonies using this button as well as the foot switch. So that's the transpose, balance and Techni-Chord functions. Okay, so now the next thing that I want to show you is the conductor here. So basically this keyboard has dual voice, so that you can layer up to do two voices at the same time. And there's also a left-hand side voice as well, which I will show to you. So in order to have two voices at the same time, you have to hold down this button along with this button to have two voices at the same time. So here's an example. So with poly 1, let's just say piano, for example, and number poly 2 is we're going to have as number 32 strings, and in order to change the voices on both of them, we have the poly 1 button here and the poly 2 button. So if you want to change the sound of the dual voice, we press poly 2, and I'm going to select number 32 strings. So we'll have piano and strings. And we have there's poly 1, so we can change the sounds on poly 1. And poly 2, we can change the sounds. So that's the conductor function. But if you want to have the left hand side, we just press poly 2 to left. So we can't have two voices on the right hand and one voice on the left hand. If you want something on the left hand side, you just press that, but you can only get one voice on the right hand and one on the left hand. So here's the right hand now. And here's the left hand. And using the split point button, we can also have the left hand voice up, a bit more higher up on the keyboard. So we can still change the sounds. So that's the conductor function, in which we can change the sounds for the main voice, dual voice, and having the secondary voice on the left hand side of the keyboard. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you now is the panel memory settings, and we have these buttons here: digital effect, sustain, and digital reverb, which I'll also show you. So first of all, I'm going to show the panel memories. These are basically your registration memories, so you can save up to 4 of your settings. So to start making a setting, we're going to select our voices and styles. So let's see here. We have the piano sound on the main voice, and we'll also add a dual voice in which I will have strings. Oh, I forgot to press the poly 2 button. Silly me. So let's just go piano. There, that can easily be done, forgetting to press this button if you want to call up another voice. There we go. So we've got the voices set up, and now let's get a style set up. We have style number 17. We're going to turn the tempo down a bit, and also for the panel memories, if you hold down the set button, it's on the screen. It says panel memory expand. You can either have it on or off. If you have it off, it will only save your sounds and not the styles. But if you have it on, it'll also save the styles that you set up on there as well. So we're going to have that turned on. So now we've got the style. put the split point here. So once you're happy with everything, hold down the set button and press one of the 4 buttons. And that calls up whenever you press it next. So okay, so now we're going to save another panel memory or registration memory, and we're going to select our voices and style. So for the main voice, we're going to select, let's say, sound number 44. We have jazz organ 2, and for the secondary voice, we will have, we'll have a vocal voice, like vocal ooh. We'll have to press these 2 at the same time. There we go. I also feel that the organ sound is a little bit loud, so we're going to turn that down a bit. There you go. So now we got our we got our sound set up for the next panel memory button. We're now going to select a style. So let's say, let's just say Big Band 1. Actually, no. Yeah, Big Band 2. I have it up to 180 in the tempo. And once you're happy with the settings, hold down the set button and press one of the 4 buttons. I'll be pressing button number 2 this time. So now we've got this one saved and this one saved, which will also change the styles as well. So very easy and simple to do, and that's the panel memory function. You can save up to 4 of your settings, but for this example I saved 2. So we just go back, and now I want to show you the sustain button. It's the equivalent of holding down a foot switch, except this time you don't have a foot switch. So with the sustain button turned off, sustain on. And now we have the digital reverb button. I've already covered this on the mode set, but as well as going through the mode set with that reverb, you can also have this button, so you can either have reverb on or off. So this is on, and this is off. And also if you hold down the reverb button on the screen, you'll get all sorts of different reverb effects, which I've also covered on the mode set. So we have like room 1, 2, hall 1, 2 and 3, cathedral, echo 1 and 2. But I've already covered that on the mode set. And we also have the reverb depth as well, which I've also covered. And now we have the digital effects button here. So hopefully this camera will pick up the difference, but this is no digital effect. And here is digital effect. Let's select another sound. Notice on that organ, with the digital effect turned off, it's just as normal. with the digital effect turned on, we have that sort of rotary effect. Let's call up some more sounds. That's the baritone sax. Or let's just say one of the drum kits. Oh no, the drum kits don't have the digital effects available. As you can see, the button's not turning on when you're selecting a drum kit. I'm just going to call up some more sounds just to show an example. Strings with no digital effect, and now strings with digital effect. Yeah, some sounds you can't really like hear the difference. But some sounds you can. Okay, let's just go for one more sound. Let's say rock organ. So no digital effect. With digital effect. So that is the panel memory function, digital reverb, sustain, and digital effect functions. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is how to record a sequence via the sequencer buttons here. You can save up to 3 of your own songs, so I will show that to you. So first of all, what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to record something completely from scratch. So first of all, we just press record, and you see the buttons flashing over there to see which you want to record. So first of all, I'm going to record the drums. So I'm going to record my own drum solo. So here we go. And now what it's doing, it's waiting for me to play. So I will show you that quickly. And you just press record again to stop recording. Okay, so that's the drums part recorded. And now I'm going to press record again. And we're going to record the bass. Though I've recorded the drums earlier, and I had it set to drums on the sequencer, but you can have it like anywhere you want. You can record drums via poly 1 or poly 2, or bass via poly 1, poly 2, etc, etc. But it would make more sense that if you were to record the drums, you would select drums when you're recording the sequencer. If you're selecting bass, which is what I'm going to do now, is to select bass as a sequencer. But it's entirely up to you how you want to record your sequence. So now I've got the bass. I'm just going to find a suitable. Yeah, so we're going to select that sound. I'm going to make sure that. Yeah. Okay, so now I'll press the synchro start button because I've already recorded the drum parts. The keyboard will now record as soon as I play the keys. We just press record again and it stops recording. And now I've got the bass and drums. Okay, so now I'm going to record something else. This time I'm going to record something for the Poly 1. First of all, I'm going to select my Poly 1 voice. So let's see here. We're going to go for an organ sound. Yeah, that will do. That's set to Poly 1, so all we got to do is press record Poly 1 and then we press the start stop to start recording. Here we go. We press record again to stop recording, and then we play that back. Okay, so I think that organ is a bit too loud, so we'll just turn that down a bit. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, and now I'm going to record one more part of the sequencer to record my song completely from scratch. So what we're going to do is going to select Poly 2 this time, and this time I'm going to select a guitar sound. It's like that one would do, and then we're just going to select Poly 2. Make sure that the sound is there that we want, and now we press synchro start and the keyboard will start recording as soon as I play the keys. And now I press record to stop recording, and now we can play that back. So now that's our sequence recorded, that's our first song. What we do is we go to mode set, select number 3, which is song save. Yes, we want to save that song to song number 1, so we just press that. It says, are you sure? Yes, that's song number 1. And now that's our song saved, so that we can record another song, which is what I'll be doing this time. This time I'm going to record another song, but this time using the rhythm style backings. Okay, so now I'm going to record another song, but this time using the rhythm style backings. So we're just going to take these off with the sequencer and press record, and make sure you set the sequencer to record a comp 1/chord so that you can play the rhythm styles. So I make sure I set that to fingered, and you don't have to worry about the split point, because with the sequencer record set to a comp 1/chord, you can record the chords anywhere throughout the entire keyboard, and not just on the left hand side. So I'll show that to you. So here we go with the comp/chord. So now we just press record again to stop recording, and that's our comp backing recorded. Okay, so that's the comp recorded, and now we can record something else on top of that. Okay, so this time I'm going to press record again and poly 1. Yeah, we're going to record something on the poly 1. Make sure that's set to the conductor. And now we're going to try and find a suitable sound. There we go. Okay, so now that it's ready, it's on synchro start. The keyboard will start recording as soon as I press the keys. Okay, so now we got that recorded. And now we can play that back. Okay, and now we're going to record one more. We're going to record one more for the sequencer for this song. Okay, so this time I'm now going to press record and select poly 2 as the sequence. So we've got to make sure that the conductor is set to poly 2. And then before we record, we're going to find a sound that we want to record. There you go, slow strings, that's good enough. And then we just press the start stop button to start recording. And then we just press record to stop recording, and now we've got our sequence for this song. Nothing perfect, but it's just an example of the sequencer. So now we want to save that song. We go into mode set, we're going to select number 3. This time, as something is already saved into number 1, we are going to make sure we select song number 2. We press this synchro button, which is execute. Are you sure? Song number 2? Yes. And that's the song saved. So now we can recall on the 2 songs that we previously recorded. So we just go to number 2, and we want to load number 1. So here's number 1. Okay, so that's song number 1, and then we're just going to go to this section again, song load, but this time number 2. So that is how you record songs on the sequencer, and saving your songs and loading songs for instant recall. And with the sequencer, you can save up to 3 of your own songs. Okay, so now the last thing that I want to show you of this tutorial of the Technics SX-KN650 keyboard, and that is how to create your own styles. Now with the 100 rhythms here, you have one at the end called Composer, in which that means it's a style in which you can overwrite and create your own style. So I will show that to you. So here's the Composer section here. We just press record, and we make sure it's set to the Composer rhythm. We just press record, Composer record, yes, and then the button, the lights will light up on the sequencer here, showing you the different sequences. But what I want to do is clear all that and make my own style from scratch. So here's how. So just press any one of these, and we press the clear button. Okay, they have now been cleared now. And now what we're going to do is record our own style, create our own style. So yeah, we can have it in any tempo we want. So let's say 128. This time we are going to record the drums. We make sure we got make sure we get the drum kit that we want. So let's say rock kit, and then we start recording. But at least we can change that. We can revoice it. Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, we'll leave it at that. So that's the drum part recorded. And now we're going to record something else. I think this time we're going to record, we're now going to record a bass. We just got to find the bass voice. Let's see, this one? We're just going to clear that and do that one again. Okay, we got the bass part recorded. And now we're going to record something else. Let's do a comp 1 chord. We're going to select, let's see which sound. Yeah, let's say a pop organ. so now we've got the drums, the bass, the comp 1 recorded. And let's do, this time, a comp 2. Just gotta think of a sound. Let's see. Maybe a guitar sound. Okay, we got a comp 2 recorded now, and now we're going to record one more, which is the comp 3. I think this time we're going to do a brass sound. Just trying to find a sound. I thought that was good enough, but yeah, I think that might be good. Let's do it. So that's our style recorded. You can have, if you go to here, you can also program the style for the fill-in, intro and ending as well. So let's just get out of the record mode. So that's our style recorded. So that's how you make a style completely from scratch. But we go to compose a record. I'm not going to, but I'm just going to show you with the program here. Well, for this example, I recorded the normal, which is the main style, main part of the style. But you can also do the same thing what I did with the intro, fill-in 1 and 2, and ending. So I recorded the styles for the normal part, as you heard. But you can also record intro, fill-in 1 and 2, and ending, which I won't be doing myself. I've just did the normal, just to show an example how to create your styles completely from scratch. So here's the normal style that I recorded earlier. Where the intro and ending stays as, exactly the same as the default composer style. Although it sounds different because the style that I created has different sounds, but that's just an example. So let's do fill in 1. So there you have it. And that, again, is how you create your styles completely from scratch, using the last rhythm named Composer. Okay, so this is now the end of this video of the tutorial of the Technics SX-KN650 keyboard. I do hope you have enjoyed this video and found it useful of the features of this keyboard. So please do write back to me and tell me what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video of this keyboard, in which will be the 200 sounds.